Hello, everybody. It's Chris Johnstone here. Hope everybody is having a fantastic day today. And we are getting started here just a couple of minutes early, just to make sure that we don't have any technical issues and we can get started right on time because we have a hard stop at 1 hour today. And I would like to make sure that we get some Q&A in to get you as much help as I possibly can with getting you results with all of the training that we have been giving you over the last couple of weeks. So as you all know, this is a live webinar that goes along with the mortgage marketing class. So we've been giving out videos, really good videos and workbooks that help to grow your mortgage business. And we decided to put this webinar together just to kind of walk everybody through some higher level concepts and give you the ability to ask questions, get feedback, and really implement this stuff well in your business so that you actually get the results from it. So in that uh, theme, let's just make sure we don't have any technical issues, and then we will hop right into the content. So if you can hear my voice and you can see my screen, you should see Mortgage Marketing Class with Chris Johnstone, and then you should see today's agenda with the 3 topics that we're going to be talking about today. So if you can see those slides on your screen, and you can hear my voice, just go ahead and type yes into the webinar chat panel and let me know. So we're using, and it'll be, somewhere on the screen, you might have to click on chat or something like that in order to get those open, but you can fire those in there. Perfect, awesome, and it helps if I'm looking at the right screen. Awesome. So Kyle, Bobby, Lavinia, so we got people from all over the world here on the webinar here today, which is pretty cool. Terry, great to see you. Hope all is well. So fire in where you're from as well, and then any questions that you have during the event, just go ahead, type those into the chat panel, and we'll get those taken care of at the end. And Michelle, hello, welcome from Victoria, BC. Great to have you here. Hello, Robin. Hello, David. Hello, Dan. Hello, Sheena. Hello, Lavinia. Hello, Bobby. Awesome. Okay. Well, this is where we'll hop out of the getting started mode and we'll start the event here. So just give us 1 second and let's get started. All right, hello and welcome everybody. This is Chris Johnstone. Welcome to the mortgage marketing class that goes along with the 4-part video training that we've been giving you. We're going to get right into today's content and get you even more value to help grow your mortgage business. So here's today's agenda. I'm going to be teaching you 3 specific things that you can do to grow your mortgage business. Now, the whole purpose behind what we're doing here today is to give you one of these that you go out and implement. You can't do all 3 of these at the same time, right? It's like if you start a project around the house, right? Like I consider myself to be a handy nerd. So I can do some things around the house, but if I get more than one project on the go, I tend to never finish either of them, right? And our businesses are very much the same. So today is built so that you have a framework and you have a structure that you can walk down so that you implement one thing, you get results, you put a system in place in your business, then you move to the next one. You put the system in place, make sure that it's automated, get the results, automate it, then move to the next one. And what that does is it creates that incremental growth in your mortgage business so that a year from now, you can have more deals coming from your database, a real system for attracting referral partners and getting more deals from those referral partners, and an online marketing funnel that's driving closed loans from Google and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You're actually funding loans at a profit from those sources, and you have all of them working, not just like a hodgepodge of half-built stuff. And that's why we're doing this training. And it's why at the end of the training, well, I guess I'll just kind of tell you up front. So we have a 7-module course that can walk you step by step through this whole thing. So what I'm going to be doing on the webinar here is giving you everything that you need. Then if you need a little bit of hand holding or just like us working with you to be getting this built for you, we can do that. So just want to check and make sure that we're not having. So Sean, yes, you should be hearing this through your computer speakers. I would suggest, well, you probably can't hear me, but I would say turn them up. But if I could get another round of people on the webinar, again, I just want to make sure that we don't have any technical issues here. Just type yes into the chat panel to make sure that our audio is working, that you can hear me. Yes. Okay, cool. So Sean's just having some technical issues here. Thank you, Bobby and Lavina and Azim and Joseph and Michael and Kevin and everybody. Okay, cool. So that's what we're doing here today. We're going to give you each of these three systems, and then if you want to move to the next level and get on the inside, you totally can. But let's get into the content. So the first thing that I'm going to teach you is how to get more deals from your database and how to do it automatically. So this process that I'm about to teach you, you should be doing this 4 times a year with your database. So you go out to your database quarterly, you reach out to them, and every time you send this campaign, you end up getting referrals from past customers, repeat business from past customers, and you just overall generate more business in your mortgage business. We had a client yesterday who reported back into their account manager. They're already in the software program that we have that automates all this stuff. They sent out 328 or they put 328 of their past customers into the exact system that I'm about to show you. They got 99 responses in just 2 days. They've obviously had to shut the campaign off so that they can actually get back to everybody, get the referrals, and get the deals into process. We had another client who had just 49 past clients that they put into this system, and they funded 5 transactions as a result of 3 simple messages getting sent out. So what I'm about to give you is the process and the scripts to how this whole thing works. I want you to know that you don't have to buy our software and you don't have to have a CRM to make this work. It just automates it and makes it so that this happens automatically 4 times a year. So you don't even have to think about it, and you know you're going to get more referrals from your database. We've also discovered, we've got some people that have been on the CRM long enough to be able to run this twice. There's a compound effect, because when you do it the second time, you actually get a better response than when you did the first time, because again, you've built that little bit of relationship equity and positioned yourself well with your clients. So what you're looking at here with the database activator is a screenshot of our software. It's called the Connect My Leads CRM. And all this is a marketing campaign that's pre-built for you inside the software. And it has a ringless voicemail that it starts out with. Then after that, there's a text message. And after that, there's an email that goes out. Then you'll notice there's a 4th message at the bottom of the screen there. And you can see it's set to go out 90 days after the last message is sent. So what you do is you upload your database of past clients, and then you move them into this marketing campaign. Day 1, it sends a ringless voicemail. If you're not familiar with what a ringless voicemail is, your phone chirps and it looks like somebody's calling you. Then the call disconnects, and a couple of seconds later, your voicemail dings and there's a message there. Well, that's a pre-recorded message. So rather than having to use like a broadcaster or actually sitting down and calling however many past customers you have, you just record the message once, load it into the software, and it goes out to all of your past customers, which is super cool. The software kind of does that automatically for you. So I'm going to give you the script here in just a second. Again, you can use this script to just call people manually, or you can record the script and just get the results faster. Totally up to you with how you want to implement this. So day 1, the voicemail goes out. Now, if anybody calls you back from that voicemail, the system knows, and it will shut off the marketing sequence so that the text message doesn't get sent out after that, right? If they don't reply to it, then the text message goes out the next day, right? So, and again, I'm going to give you the text message script here in just a second. Now, if the text message goes out and they reply to the text message, which is where we get most of the results from, by the way, roughly 80% of the messages that we get back from people are via the text message. It's the highest converting message type that you can be sending to your clients right now. If you're not texting your past customers right now, you're leaving money on the table. So just make sure texting should be part of all of your marketing sequences at this point. Now, then under email, if they don't reply back to the text message, then the email gets sent out day 3. So day 1, day 2, day 3, all you do is you upload your database, tag them into this campaign. It takes care of everything else. After 90 days, even if somebody's replied to a message, the software is smart enough to put those people back in at the 90-day mark and then restart the system over again so that you're not missing those clients as it goes out. Now, the way that we have this set is this campaign is set to go 4 times. So it goes out every 90 days for an entire year. So once you set this campaign up, it takes about 20 minutes of setup time for you to record the message, customize the text, customize the email, click save, upload your database. You have an entire year's worth of very high impact database marketing that goes out in addition to, your birthday reminders, the monthly postcards that you're sending out, but it automates all the high touch stuff that's really going to get you the result, right? So this database activator, if you don't, again, want to invest in a piece of software, totally cool. Just do this every 90 days. Take the voicemail script, call people, use it as a call script, then text them the next day, then email them the next day. You can do this manually. It just takes a really long time. And we want you focused on getting more results with less effort, not more results with more effort. I mean, that's still good, but we can do better, right? So here's your voicemail script. It says, hey, it's Chris calling. Your name popped into my head last week, so I thought I'd reach out. Thanks again for your business. There's a lot of news out there about rates and housing right now, and I wanted you to know that if you, your family, friends, or coworkers are looking to purchase, refinance, or simply have questions about financing, I'm here and happy to help. Our business is built on your referrals. If you know anyone that has any questions or they're looking to buy, sell, or refinance, simply CC us both on an email, and my email is chris@connectionincorporated.com. You can also tag us on social media or feel free to pass along my phone number. My phone number is 1-855-432-3990. I'm happy to make sure they get the same amazing experience that we had together, and I hope you're having a great day and chat soon. So that's it. So you'll notice we don't actually say the client's name in recording that voicemail, but it still feels like a personalized message. And we've been through a number of different variations of this. And this is the one that that we're seeing the best response from right now. And again, it helps to generate purchase leads, but it also helps to generate refinance leads. So this does a great job of pulling in all the possible deal types that you have available to you. Now, after the voicemail goes out, the text goes out and it says, hey, contact first name. You address them by their first name because you have that in your database, right? It's username, which is your name. I gave you a call yesterday. And again, when they see that on their text messages have an over 95% open rate right now. So they're going to see it pop up on their screen and it'll say, hey, Chris, it's Chris. I gave you a call yesterday. And then there's that little dot, dot, dot. So as soon as people see I gave you a call yesterday, they're going to open the full text message to read it because they don't want to miss a call, right? And then it says, thank you again for your business. If you know anyone looking to buy a home, sell a home, or that's looking for help with a refinance, please pass my information along. Also, if you have any questions about refinancing or finance in general, you can use this link to book a call time that works for you. And then there's this funky link down here that says user appointment. And what that link does is our software connects to your Google Calendar, and it's able to show all the available slots that you have in your calendar for appointments. So it doesn't show people your calendar, it just shows the open times that you have available. And you can totally customize it and say, hey, only open my calendar on Tuesdays between noon and 5. Or, every day between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, whatever it is, whenever you want to take appointments. Well, if somebody clicks on that text message link or clicks on the link in an email, it will actually open up your calendar and allow that person to book a sales consultation with you over the phone. And it's really handy when you're just sitting there at your desk and all of a sudden you get an appointment that pops up in your calendar from the automated messaging that you go out. We use this a lot on the leads that we generate from Facebook and Google and Instagram, but it works just as well with your past clients. So that text message, again, is going to book appointments, but what it's also doing is making it so that you're the lender in their pocket. And you may not get a response from somebody right away that says, yes, I have a referral for you right now. Now, that will happen, right? Often, well, most often it happens that somebody has a referral. Like if you have a database of 100 people, somebody in that database has a referral for you right now. It's pretty standard if your numbers are big enough. But there will be people that won't have a referral for you right now, but next weekend they go out, they go to their kid's soccer game or football game or whatever it is. They're chatting with whoever on the sidelines, or they go to whatever event, they go to work, they go wherever, a referral happens. At that point, they're able to pull out their smartphone, open up their text message, and give that person your contact information right there. So many of us are trying to rely on that more traditional way of just simple word of mouth. Like, yeah, go home and Google Connection Incorporated and they'll be able to help you out, right? What you want is people to be able to give that information in real time, where they can copy your information and send it through a Facebook message or send it through another text message to their friend, because memory isn't what it used to be. You know what I mean? Like, we have to empower our customers with all the tools to be able to send us referrals, and this makes you the lender in their pocket. It's a very handy tool to have, and all of a sudden your contact information is easily accessible in their phone. So as another reason why the text has all your contact information in the bottom of it. Now, day 3, the email goes out. And again, if they have replied to the voicemail or the text message, this message won't get sent. It's only if they haven't replied yet. And the email script goes like this. The subject line is their first name, and it says, hey, contact first name, it's your name. I gave you a call the other day and sent you a text, but I'm not 100% sure if we have your landline or your cell phone, so I'm just making sure you got the message. The main point is to sincerely say thank you for your business. It was fantastic working with you and helping you get the right financing. Our business is built on referrals, and I would truly appreciate it if you tell your family or friends about us when the timing is right. If you know anyone looking to buy a home, sell a home, or that's looking for help with a refinance, please pass my information along. Thank you again. Then your signature. If you have any questions, and then there's a PS at the bottom. If you have questions about a refinance or just finance in general, let me know. And then underneath that, it's cut off by the template here, but there's the link where they can actually click your calendar link and book a call time with you. So again, 3 very simple messages that are completely automated that go out 4 times a year. Every time they run, you get referrals from your database. So that's how to automate that whole process and all of the messaging that you need. And again, with our Connect My Leads CRM, that system, the process, the scripts, everything is pre-built inside the software for you. All you have to do is go in and customize it. And when we chat here at the end of the webinar, we've actually got a special bonus for you where we're going to put you on the phone with one of our account managers in a one-on-one session, and they'll actually help you get your software set up and launch your first campaign. So we're not only just giving you the software, we're actually going to help build it with you so that you can launch your first database marketing campaign and actually get results from the system without you having to go through the full learning curve of the software and all that cool stuff. So anyways, we can talk about that at the end. I just wanted to give you the heads up that we're going to have a special offer for you. So the second campaign that I know that you can get results from is recruiting top real estate teams. And this is a simple process for exponential growth. So this is number 2. This is originally how I got started in the mortgage industry. So I will be mercifully brief with this story. But my dad is a mortgage broker in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. I was lucky enough that he brought me into the business when I was 23 or 24 years old, somewhere around there. Time is starting to kind of meld those times. And it turns out I'm very socially awkward. So like face to face at a kitchen table with a borrower, I wasn't so great. But where I really found my passion and where I really excelled at was the online marketing portion of generating customers. Hence, here I am, 13 years later, running a digital marketing agency, right? But what I discovered in those first 3 or 4 years in the mortgage industry was how to recruit top performing realtors with online marketing as our hook. And we were able to, in a very short period of time, once I figured this out, it took me about 2 years to figure this out. And then once I had this process in place, we were able to close 3 of the top performing real estate teams in the country, all kind of like back to back. It all happened in less than 9 months. And we weren't getting all of the deals from those. What had happened was mortgage professionals from around the country would kind of like introduce us to these partners, and we would use this process to set up the referral relationships there. Now, the one company that we ended up working with, they went from doing just over 200 transactions in a year to doing 427 transactions the next year. We really came in and we became a business growth driver. So let me kind of unpack this for you and teach you what the irresistible offer is, because this can totally transform the way that your realtor recruitment works for the rest of time. If you really make this fundamental shift in your thinking, it changes the way that you're perceived in the marketplace. It changes the way that realtors approach you rather than you approaching them. It really does make a difference, because when you're attractive to a top performing realtor or a top performing real estate team, you're actually doing things that almost make you repulsive to agents that are doing lesser volume in the marketplace. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I believe that if you're gonna focus on building relationships, there's a pretty solid 80-20 70-30 rule in the real estate production world, and we kind of want you focused on that top 30 20 10%. And this is really the mentality that you have to have in order to get into that marketplace and close consistently on a regular basis to win that basis. And here's the big shift. A lot of times we'll do consulting calls or we'll get people on the phone that are looking for a little bit of help, and they just can't figure out why they get an appointment with a realtor and it kind of falls flat, or they just can't get the realtor to meet with them at all. And I call that the realtor trap, because almost every single one of those people are going into the relationship thinking about themselves. Like, what do I want out of this? I want mortgages. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to go in, I'm going to wow this realtor about how good I am at mortgages. And so we as mortgage professionals, we go into that hey, I'm going to go recruit realtors planning with the wrong hat on. And all of a sudden we're trying to build sales presentations, and we're booking meetings, and then we're at the table talking to people about our products or our service or our team, or the money that we can help them make in their business by closing more mortgages, right? And as soon as you start with that type of languaging and you start with that type of positioning on, okay, well, here's my products, and this is the suite of products that your customers are really going to like. Let's face it, they've heard all of that stuff before from somebody else with a very similar suite of products. Your service, although it's exceptional, it's not exceptional until somebody experiences it. And everybody's saying that they have phenomenal service. I'm going to take a good job of your customers. It's not enough of a value proposition in order to differentiate you from somebody else in the marketplace. If you have a team and you're working a team, oftentimes we think it's a benefit on the other side of things it might actually be a liability, because they're wondering what type of support they're going to get from you. How long is that team member going to stick around? There's all these ifs when it comes to looking at a team. So what we need to do is we need to shift our mentality, and we need to shift our thinking into what is it really that a top performing real estate partner wants. What is their big want? What's their big need? And these aren't in any particular order, but these are the main kind of things that we've found. I've done quite literally over 100 in-person sales meetings where I'm either on stage in front of a group of, like, when we first started doing presentations to realtors about online marketing, there would be maybe 3 people in the room or 6 people in the room, right? I've been so fortunate to do rooms of 3,000, 4,000 people, but there's a common thread amongst all of those audiences. The two main drivers, if you're going to speak to what's in it for them, after you get past, frogging them and talking about friends or family relationships, opportunities, and goals, at the end of that, they want more money and they want more freedom. They want to be able to bring home more net money, and they want more freedom from their business. And if you ask the realtor really what they want, they're going to come back with a surface answer for you, just like we originally went in with, somewhat of surface thinking on our side, where they're going to say, I want more leads. Hey, will you pay for 50% of my ad spend, or whatever? Will you buy leads with me? Or they'll just talk about money up front, because it's a standard default to just talk about that, right? Well, what they're actually asking for is, they're not asking for more leads. What they want is, they want more closings. They want more money. They want more freedom. So the irresistible offer to meeting with a realtor is reaching out to them and just saying, hey, I've heard a lot of really great things about you in the industry, and we have a way of identifying the low-hanging fruit in a real estate business. And I'd love to sit down with you over lunch and just show you how you can make more money from what you've already got. Does that sound good? And you'd be shocked how often the response comes back with yes. So when you get to the meeting and you're actually sitting down with the realtor, the 10 minutes chitty chatting about the weather and all that good stuff that you do to just kind of warm up in a meeting. If you do, again, I'm the socially awkward dude. So this is getting people to like me in a real life setting. I'm very bad at that, but knowing how to get people to want to do business, pretty good at that, because there's a system to it. So when you ask them, hey, how can I help you in your business? They're going to ask you the leads question. Hey, would you pay for my leads? Can you get me more leads? Whatever it is. You ask this golden question. What are you doing with the leads you currently have right now? And they'll give you a surface answer. And they'll say, oh yeah, well, I call them, I do this, I do that. And then you look at them right in the eye and you say, but what is your system that happens every time? And it sounds super corny, but it takes care of all the veneer. It takes care of everything. And more often than not, they will look at you and say, I have no system. I call them, I text them, I'm busy. I'm a realtor. I don't have time. So I'm doing my best with it. And then you're able to say to them, well, hey, I have a process that happens every single time that can get you a consistent results. I can run this system for your past customers, on your old leads, and then the existing leads that you already have. Once you see that it works, then we can add more leads into the system. And that's exactly what we're doing. So the first system that I showed you here, the database activator, that works just as well for real estate partners as it does for mortgage professionals. You already have the first system that you can talk to them about. The second system is old leads. The third is the new leads that they're getting and working them for you. And then you can talk to them about getting new leads through their system. So I'll show you here in just a second how you convert their existing leads. But before I do, I know many of you are going to be sitting on the meeting right now going, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to get realtors to meet with me. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to actually pitch this to somebody. So what's the point, right? Well, for those of you that are out there that are looking for more meetings from realtors, I wanted to add this to the presentation. This is called the Socially Awkward CEO's Guide to Relationships. That's me, Chris. This is how to never make another cold call to a realtor again. This really has been transformational for a lot of the mortgage professionals that I show it to, despite its complete simplicity. It is so easy to set this up and do it. You may think it's not that powerful, but you can, in a very short period of time in your local market, never have to make another cold call to a realtor again, because you can get them to know who you are ahead of making the call. And again, this may not be super attractive to the lower end of the market as far as production goes, but if you're trying to set up an appointment with a top producer and somebody who has an existing relationship already, somebody who has volume, this goes a long way. So what you do is you go on to Facebook, and you're going to run Facebook and Instagram ads just in your target marketplace, targeting realtors. Okay, so you can go into Facebook and Instagram, target realtors in the targeting, set your budget at $5 a day, doesn't have to be a massive budget at all, and then produce video content. Again, if you don't know how to do video content, I have an incredible training, again, at the end of this webinar that you can get access to that actually teaches you how to shoot mortgage videos in your business. And all you do is you produce a set of videos. And I'll give you a quick tip here. What we do is we go on and we Google wedding videographers, and wedding videographers have nothing to do throughout the week because very few people actually have a wedding during the week. So you can book them for 1/10 of the price to come to your office for a morning and shoot anywhere from our last video shoot. We shot 14 videos, all somewhere in the range of 3 to 5 minutes each. They came in with all the equipment, shot all the content, edited all of the content, gave it back to us web ready, good to go, and it cost us less than $1,000 for everything all produced. And all you do is you load all 14 of those videos, or 5 videos. It doesn't even have to be that extensive, but you give your best content for teaching people about the mortgage process and teaching realtors about how to build their business. Put that into video content, and then you just show it in the news feeds for engagement to realtors in your local marketplace. And within 3 to 4 months, everybody in the real estate market has heard your voice, seen your face, and you've established yourself as an expert in the marketplace. Because this weird thing happens when you see people on your device, when you see people on your cell phone, even though you're surfing social media, and you see more than 7 impressions of that person. It's kind of like TV. You build this brand equity that you're an expert because they see you being an expert on social media. And again, you can manufacture all of that for $5 a day and one simple video shoot with a videographer. There's not a lot of moving pieces, but it has a dramatic impact. So when you are doing your calls to set up realtors, or you're going to the networking events, you don't have to approach them. They will come and approach you. Or there's no such thing as cold call again. When you call, they're like, oh yeah, hey, I really like that video that you shot about credit scores or whatever it is. So you definitely want to do this ahead of trying to convert the realtors, because it makes a difference. So now you have a meeting with the realtor. you go in and you say, hey, what's your process for converting your leads? And they say, you know what, I really don't have one, or I'm not happy with the process that I have. And you say, hey, I can convert your leads for you. But look, I don't want you to give me leads up front, and I'm not going to pay for your leads up front. Why don't you give me the old leads that you've already paid for, and I'll work those for you, because they're already not doing anything for you now. They've stopped following up with them. Give those leads to me. I'll work the leads, turn them into pre-approvals, and then I'll send them back to you. This works great for Zillow leads or Boomtown leads or whatever it is. You get their, you get their consent to follow up with those leads, and then you just do their job for them. Now, this is one of our clients that had that did this system, and they had 4 realtors say yes to them in less than 30 days with that offer. Let me work your old leads for you. Now, there's kind of a hidden twist in here, which makes it sound kind of weird, but it's just statistics. So we know that it takes an average of 4.4 months for an online lead to actually be ready to make a home purchase. Like on average, from the time somebody fills out a form online about finding how much they qualify for, or a specific listing that they want to get information on, it's normal to take 4 months to get that person to convert to a point where they're comfortable enough to actually submit a mortgage application. So the realtor's sitting there thinking, hey, you know what? Yeah, sure, you can have my old garbage leads, no problem. They're actually giving you the better quality leads that they have when they give you leads that are 60, 90, or 120 days old, because a lot of the garbage leads have already been weeded out of the front, and anybody that's left in the list is just getting to that point in the purchase where they're actually interested in getting pre-qualified or finding out how much mortgage they qualify for. So this particular real estate professional took or mortgage professional took these 1,212 free leads, and they got 389 inbound inquiries by continuing the follow-up for the realtor. So here's how this system works. You go out, you set your appointment, you get them to agree to give you their old leads that they're not working anyway, you work them, and you turn them into pre-qualifications. Then you just rinse and repeat, because the great thing about this is once you get the first realtor, the first pre-approval back, that starts this avalanche. First, you get very confident in it because you know that the system works and you know that you can do it. And you get the realtor talking to the other realtor about how you were able to come into their business and actually generate a deal from leads that they thought were dead. So realtor 1 turns into realtor 2, which turns into realtor 3. And every month you get free leads from each of those realtors that you're turning into pre-qualifications that you're sending back to the realtors. And as you continue to work those databases over time, you're getting even more leads and more referrals out the back end. It compounds, and it doesn't take a whole lot of realtors until you've got enough business that you don't necessarily need to worry about getting any new realtors. You're just worried about handling the volume that you've got on your plate. So I hope that that was valuable for you. And I hope that you got that shift from, hey, I'm a mortgage professional, I close on time, here's all the wonderful things about my mortgage company, to, hey, you've got this big problem and I can help you make more money and work less because I'll do all the work for you, right? It makes a huge impact when you can work their database for them, when you can work their past leads for them, when you can work their new incoming leads for them. It really does stack on itself. So how are we doing? I just want to double check in on everybody. Was that helpful? Was that valuable? If it was, click yes or type yes into the chat panel and just make sure that we don't have any technical issues. Awesome. Okay, it looks like we're good. Just type in yes to make sure we're okay. Okay, Sean says good, Terry's good, Jeremy's good, Denise is good. Awesome, Azim, Chris. Oh, Chris, great to see you here. Okay, all right, great. So here we go. We're going to keep going. So this is mortgage closings from digital marketing. So again, I'll start with a little bit of a not a story, but we have a product. It's called the Mortgage Concierge, and we believe that it's the future of really where mortgage online lead generation should be going. So what we're doing is we're running all the online ads internally in our marketing agency, Connection Incorporated. So Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube, we're running all the ads. And then we're actually taking care of the opt-in process. So we're using surveys and chatbots to get leads to come in. Then we're putting those leads into our CRM program, which is following up on the leads, and we're vetting the leads as they go into the system. So roughly 15% of online leads that are generated are Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and just garbage information that people are putting in. So we're scrubbing that information out. Then we're letting the automated system follow up with those people to book appointments with them. But what we've also done is we've hired 5 full-time staff members here at the company just to call those leads and book appointments on them. So we have a fully done process from like A to Z where you can buy a package of leads from us and we'll actually work those leads into an appointment. And that is an answer to the change that we've seen in the industry, where a lot of these VC backed or just these like national mortgage lenders, they have the scope and the scale to be able to put that type of infrastructure in place, and a local mortgage lender or a local mortgage broker doesn't. So we're seeing kind of like an unfair advantage, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to give that advantage back to a local lender, because we know somebody in a local marketplace where people can Google you and read your local reviews, and they get to talk to you on the phone, and they know that you're in the local marketplace. They can actually, trust you that you're in that local marketplace. We think your conversion rates are higher. We think that your value proposition to that customer is better. You just don't have the ability to have 5 full-time people in the business just working leads and trying to figure out digital marketing in itself as a whole. It's difficult to do. So we've just decided to do it all. Well, what I'm about to give you here in mortgage closings from digital marketing is that process that we've put in place in our business. I haven't left anything behind the curtain. I'm literally giving you the business model that we're using. And in some of our accounts, we're as high as a 20% booking ratio. That means for every 100 leads that we're getting through the system, we're booking 20 appointments with those leads, and you're going to get to see the whole process here in just a second. And again, this is an answer to our consumer is going online to get a mortgage. It's really difficult at this point to kind of deny that our consumer has already shifted into wanting to do the mortgage approval process online. So we need to get to our customers. All we're doing is we're using digital marketing to generate the lead online so that we can get them into that relationship that they need, because they have to talk to a mortgage lender, right? Getting a mortgage is not something where you can just like tap a button and get it. So we understand that in the industry, but there's a little bit of a gap on the consumer side, and we're just filling that gap. So if you look at how fast this is moving, if you look back at 2016, 7% of Quicken Loans total closed volume was done through Rocket Mortgage. So if you look at Rocket Mortgage in 2016, which is an online application tool, I'm not doing it justice, but chances are if you're in the US, you know exactly what it is. If you're not in Canada, it's they're, they see an ad, hey, get approved online, they check it out. So just over 7% of Quicken Loans total closed volume in 2016 was coming from that tool, Rocket Mortgage. Would anybody like to wager a guess on how much that mortgage volume was in 2019? Any guesses here in the GoToWebinar chat panel? Go ahead and type your guess as to as a percentage, how much of Quicken Loans total closed loan volume was it in 2019, considering it's just 2 years of growth. So we've got so Bobby says 35%, David says 25%, Oh man, we got a lot of guesses. Dara says 23%, John says 54%, Gwen says 21%, Josh says 40%, Cassandra says 20%, Charity says 21%, Michael says 30%, Sean says 50%. Wow, these keep going. So great guesses, everybody. Here it is. So according to Quicken themselves, this is off their website, they went from 7% to over 66% of the total loans were done using the Rocket Mortgage tool, which is Quicken Loans' ubiquitous, fully online mortgage process. Check this out. 3/4 of those home shoppers are buying their first home, right? So if you look at that, in June of 2019, that company closed nearly $11 billion in mortgage volume, contributing to the $32 billion that they originated in that quarter. An $11 billion month on a $32 billion quarter. 66% of that loan volume coming from an online mortgage application tool. Our customers are online. It's shocking how fast this is happening. And this is the process that those consumers are going through. They're going online and they're exhibiting some type of behavior that they're interested in getting a mortgage. So they're either doing a Google search, or they're doing a YouTube search, or they're visiting a site that has to do with mortgages. Facebook and Instagram see that they're on the pathway to starting to get interested in mortgages, and they start showing them advertisements. So somebody goes online, they see an advertisement for, hey, find out how much mortgage you're going to qualify for, whatever it is. They click on that ad, and then they go to a conversion step, which is step number 2. And there's lots of different ways that you can get people to opt in and actually qualify themselves as saying, like, yes, I'm interested in getting pre-qualified. I want to see if I can buy a home, or I want to figure out how much my refinance is going to be. How much money can I save every month, right? You can use surveys, chat bots, you can drive them to a lead generation page. You can just get them to call you right off the online advertisement. Or you can have a company that does that for you, and you can just buy leads. So you don't have to worry about the traffic or any of that stuff. After that lead comes in, follow-up is the most important part, in my opinion, of the entire process. And you have to call those people, you have to text them, you have to email them. If they've come in through a chat bot, you can use Facebook Messenger to get in touch with them. But again, it's going to take 4.4 months in order for that person, from the time that they filled out the form and they converted till the time that they're actually ready to talk to somebody. So you've got to have a follow-up system that's automated, that goes out over that length of time without you having to do it. Because let's be honest, if I had to follow up on a lead for 4.4 months, it would not get done, right? Like, we've got to use technology to fill that gap. So let me walk you through how to set up all 3 parts of that funnel, and then we'll kind of go through this. So on the left-hand side, you see one of our top performing Facebook ads. It goes like this. Do you have questions about getting a mortgage? What you qualify for? What your payment will be? Use our brand new mortgage bot to get instant answers to your questions for free and find out how much you can afford at what rate. Then they click on the little send message or click here button on that advertisement. And again, those are homes from the marketplace where we're targeting those people. So those homes actually match the marketplace as far as like what the houses look like. So the ads that we run in Georgia look completely different than the ads that we run in Florida as far as the images go. That format of breaking them down and showing multiple pictures, that gets a really high click-through rate. That's one of our best performing ads there on the left-hand side that we run on Facebook. Please feel free, swipe and deploy. On the right-hand side, what you're seeing is one of our top performing Google advertisements. So somebody goes onto Google and searches for mortgage information, or how to qualify in a local marketplace, and we show them this. It says, find out what you qualify for, brand new qualification tool. Use our mortgage deal finder tool now to find out how much home you can afford, mortgage options tailored to your needs. Call for more information. If they click on that ad, it takes them to a survey process where we start asking them questions. And once somebody does that, this is what it looks like. And again, I'll show you these questions in the survey so that you can see the process, but we ask them, do you rent or own? Where are you looking to purchase? When are you looking to request your home loan? What's your estimated credit score? What's your gross annual income? How much would you like to borrow? How much have you saved or received as a down payment? And then, are you currently working with a realtor? And then we can tack some other questions on. But basically, after that, we ask them for first name, email address, and phone number so that we can actually start following up with them. This is what it actually looks like. Now, these screenshots are done from a desktop. So what you're seeing is like if somebody was on a computer doing this, what it would look like. Over 80% of the leads that we're generating right now are on mobile. So they're actually on an iPad or an iPhone. And so it shrinks down to fit the size of the screen, but it all happens without them having to scroll up or down or anything like that. Everything is just right there for them. So we ask them, and it tells them right up top, this is a mortgage pre-approval tool. So somebody who's not interested in getting a mortgage pre-approval, probably not going to answer 9 full questions and then put in all their contact information to find out, right? So we ask them, do you currently rent or own? They tap the answer and then it forwards to the next question. When are you planning to request your home loan? And they tell us roughly when they're looking to request their home loan. How much would you like to borrow as an estimate? And you can see we've got wide ranges of prices so people don't feel like it's too specific, just enough so that we can get a range of where they are as far as a mortgage lead, right? Combined gross annual income, how much have you saved or received as a down payment? What's your estimated credit score? Are you currently working with a realtor? And then we ask them for their contact information, right? So again, it is a very in-depth process, and that's by design. We want these people to jump through hoops before they become a lead, because we don't want to spend all of our time for our staff to be following up on leads that aren't going to be any good and aren't going to end up qualifying. We want to get these people to jump through hoops. Now, after they've done that, they go into an automatic follow-up sequence. This will look very familiar to you. So they automatically go into our Connect My Leads CRM software. They get a ringless voicemail after 2 minutes. That ringless voicemail is, hey, it's Chris, you requested how much you qualify for, what rate you can expect to pay, and what your monthly payment will be. You can give me a shout back at this number. I'm happy to get you that information, and I'll shoot you a text message in a couple of minutes, right? Then you send them the text message automatically after 8 minutes, and then an email after that 10 minutes after the text message has gone out. So we know, statistically speaking, if you follow up with a lead in the first 10 minutes, the likelihood of converting that lead more than doubles. So this system makes it so whether you're out networking with a realtor, or you're out playing baseball with your kids, or you're surfing, or you you're busy, you're running your business, or you're taking time off, whatever, doesn't matter what you're doing, because the system is doing the work for you. That's, again, the whole purpose of this event, how to close more loans while working less. The automation takes care of it for you. We know that if you miss that part, if you miss the automation, you're going to miss big. We know the sales statistics. This is from the National Sales Association. 48% of salespeople never actually follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop, and 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. And again, we know it takes 4.4 months, but check this out. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact to a lead. So we have most of the professionals out there that are generating online leads without a system to connect with a lead enough to actually convert them into a customer. And we want to stop that for you today. Again, you can see our system regularly converts anywhere between 35% and 40% of the leads that we generate from Facebook or Instagram or Google or YouTube into an inbound inquiry into the system. And that happens automatically, right? So compare that to somebody who's doing it manually. We've seen people with manual follow-up processes that are pretty good, that are only getting 8 to 10% of the people to respond. So you can, bump that up all the way to 40% while doing none of the work. You just set the system up and that's it. So here's what we've gone through today. A full system for going out and getting more deals from your past customer database, a full system to go out and get those top performing realtor partners and to get free leads from those realtor partners while you're setting up the relationships even helping them go out and get deals from their past customers, and a full lead generation system. Now, if you would like a more detailed walkthrough and my one-on-one help guiding you through the process of setting all this stuff up and the tool that actually does it for you, which is the CRM, I have an incredible offer for you here. So we have a brand new system. It's called Connected. It's a 7-week training program that I've modulated, where every module has anywhere between like 5 to 12 videos in it, and they're all broken down. They're each chunked down to 5 or 10 minutes so that you can watch the video, implement what you've learned, and then go back and implement the next one. But you don't have to watch, an hour-long video and try and implement it all. It's just like little bite-sized chunks of what you need to do in order to get this stuff implemented. You get all 7 modules of that training. It was a 7-week course when we did it. We did this live, recorded the whole thing, and now we've broken it down into modules. You get access to all 7 modules all at once. We're not making you wait 7 weeks to drip out all the content. You can get in there and get working, get implementing today, right? All 7 modules are sitting there waiting for you. You get a full subscription to our Connect My Leads CRM, and we're giving you a $50 a month lifetime discount on the CRM. So that CRM program is $197 a month. You get access to the base level account at just $147 a month when you purchase the 7 modules of training, and the entire thing is covered by a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. So you can literally buy it today, experience the whole thing, get into the CRM, get the one-on-one call, the whole 9 yards. And if you're not thrilled for any reason, at the end of 30 days, you can get 100% of your money back. Now, for those of you that purchase today on the webinar, I have some fast action bonuses for you. So the first is a private Facebook success group. We've got over 200 mortgage professionals in this group right now that are using this system to get results. The testimonial that you saw, well, I shouldn't call it a testimonial because we couldn't use the name, but the case study, let's call it, at the beginning with 99 replies, those people are in that Facebook group, and you get access to go in there and ask questions, see other people that are using the software, and you get access to me and my team. So you can go in there, ask a question, and I'll either type you out a response, one of my team members will take care of you, or we'll shoot you a video response and answer your questions. We're there to get you results. You also get a one-on-one implementation call with an account manager. So when you purchase today, right, and this is for this webinar, you get an implementation call where we'll actually get on a Zoom meeting with you, help you with your database, help you get your first campaign set up so that you know how to record the ringless voicemail. You've set up the text message, you've set up the email, you're ready to go, you're ready to launch, because we know when you launch that first campaign, you're going to be able to generate enough volume to pay for the system for a long, long time, which is one deal. So we're heavily motivated to get to that point so that you stay with us as a customer, right? It just makes sense. Everybody wins. That's what we're all about. Now, you're also going to get a 30-day kickstart training because it's a CRM. There's some things that you need to learn about it. So rather than dumping you into a wiki and being like, here's 200 help articles on how our software works, we've recorded a video for you, one a day for 30 days to teach you one thing about the software every day. And again, the videos are short, they're less than 5 minutes, and it's just like, hey, here's a handy feature on the CRM that you're going to need as you're setting up your system over the next couple of weeks. Here's how to use it. And then you obviously have an archive of all those videos to help you get started. The other bonus that I'm giving you today is the Mortgage Lifestyle Blueprint. This is a training that I did as a bonus at the end of a 7-week training that I did last year. And I wasn't 100% I was going to release it, and then I did, and the feedback on it was probably some of the best I've ever gotten. And it's all about how to design your life, and then like design your perfect life, like your health, your family, where you live, and the income that's required to make all of that stuff happen. And then how to reverse engineer that through your mortgage business to say, okay, to live my ideal lifestyle, I need to close X number of mortgages. Here's how I map out a plan to close that number of mortgages in a year, and then work through that blueprint to get there. So I'm giving you that training video for free because I know it can really help you. So right now, go to Close More with Connected and get started. The regular price for this program, $997. Today, we're discounting it down to $497. On the first, we're going to be increasing that price back to $997. So this is one of those things that you want to act on today. You're getting all of the bonuses, the 7 weeks of training, and then after 30 days, your subscription on the software rebills after 30 days at $147 a month, not $197 a month. And again, there's no contract to sign. You can cancel at any time, but after 30 days, that's your subscription for the CRM software at $147 a month. So you save $500 today, and over 1 year, you're saving over $600 on the software. That is a real life $1,100 in savings. Very quickly, before we bounce, these are the 7 modules that you're getting access to today. Week 1 is the automatic database activator. I'm going to walk you through that first campaign I gave you today and help you launch to get more deals from your database. Week 2, I'm going to teach you how to attract and close deals from referral partners. There's real case studies in there on how to do this stuff from me doing it myself. Week number 3, generating deals with omni-channel marketing systems, and that's how to use your software system again to generate other deal flows in your business. How to use the CRM to do that. Then week 4 is all Facebook setup. So Facebook and Instagram, how to set up your campaigns. We literally start with no campaigns built. At the end of the training, you've gone through every single step to set up a successful Facebook and Instagram marketing campaign. Week number 5, we do the exact same thing on Google and YouTube, right? Week 6, we customize your lead conversion pipeline. So as you're driving leads from Facebook and Google, what do those follow-up pathways look like? We teach you how to customize the templates that are inside the CRM to follow up with those leads. And then in week 7, we set up your automated appointment closing system so that the leads that you're generating automatically get messages from the CRM and book into your calendar for a mortgage approval appointment. And then week 8, we have a bonus training for you, which is our video production unit that we did as a bonus for everybody that bought the original course. And that's a full training on how to shoot successful video in your mortgage business. So you're gonna love that. So once again, that domain is closemorewithconnected.com, closemorewithconnected.com. I'd love to see you in there. Now, any questions that you have, type those into the GoToWebinar control panel, or you can email chris@connectionincorporated.com. That's chris@connectionincorporated.com. And we'll get answers to your questions. And anybody that has asked a question in the Q&A panel, I will make sure that you get an email response to your question, because unfortunately we are out of time here today. And we will get answers to all of your questions. Yes, David, the Facebook ads and the process are in there. Larry, there is no contract for the $147 per month. You can cancel that at any time. John G, check your email. I recognize your name. Our team has been reaching out, but I'll have Stephanie from our team reach out to you this afternoon to make sure that you get contact from our team. But definitely check your spam folder, because we have been reaching out and we want to speak with you. So we're looking forward to chatting with you again. And my email again, Gwen, is Chris, CHRIS, @connectionincorporated.com. And then obviously when you purchase today, you get access to all the support in the quick start call. You can ask any questions that you have there as well. So closemorewithconnected.com. My name is Chris Johnstone. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we'll chat soon. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.